Thank you so much for being here. My name is Cedillo, Latino Caucus press person, and I'm very happy to see everyone here. This morning, Latino Caucus members have gathered, and also members of organizations, of national organizations and local organizations have gathered to press the immigration reform issue. It is time, and we would like to press that upon the community in Washington, D.C. First, I would like to introduce to you the chairman of the Latino Caucus, Senator Gilbert Cedillo, District 22nd in Los Angeles.
Thank you. Good morning. It is a pleasure to be here. I am Gil Cedillo, and I have the privilege and honor of being the chair of the Latino Legislative Caucus. The caucus has 26 members who represent the entirety of the state of California, urban and rural, suburban, exurban, rich communities, low-income communities, middle-class communities. They are the face of California today and its future. And we are here to say in no uncertain terms, to be very clear here in the capital of California, that this is not Arizona, that the politics of hate and division, the anti-hysteria politics that are pervasive throughout the state and are manifested today in Arizona are unacceptable. That they do not reflect the hope, the dream, and the aspirations of millions of Californians. That the assault, particularly by Commissioner Poizner, but by the candidates for governor who wish to blame immigrants for the woes and the ills that confront all Californians, are unacceptable and are rejected by this body. We recognize the constructive force, the positive spirit that immigrants play in the life of California, as they are dominant in industries like agriculture, manufacturing, construction, service, and tourism. We recognize the billions of dollars that immigrants pay to our Social Security. We acknowledge that immigrants are a major force in consuming products and goods and services. We recognize that the workforce of immigrants are diligent, they're skilled, they're dependable, and are vital to the future of our economy. We acknowledge that immigrants are not a problem, but are part of the solution that will move California forward economically and move this great nation forward. We recognize that in times of elections, economic turmoil and challenge, that too frequently in our nation, we have blamed immigrants for those ills. And we rebuke those claims. We reject them wholeheartedly, and we are here today to say that we have the proof, but more so than that, we have the commitment that immigrants shall continue to play a vital role in the future of the state and the future of this nation. And as such, we are joined here by one of our most prominent national leaders and other members of the legislature who call upon the president to stay true to his word, to be a man of his word, to keep his commitment. The man that many of us campaigned for throughout this country. The man who marched for immigrant rights. The man who supported a driver's license for all immigrants and supports the DREAM Act. That man who is now president of this country, to use his extraordinary leadership skills, those that were demonstrated as he shepherded the historic healthcare reform for our nation, to use those extraordinary blessings and to bear those blessings on the Congress, on the Senate, to complete immigration reform now. It is no more clear, no more certain that this is needed now. When we look at the lack of leadership in Arizona, we look at the leadership that's gathered here today to call upon the president for immigration reform now, comprehensive immigration reform now. National Council of Raza is one of the preeminent organizations that reflects the Hispanic community in our nation. California, they represent and provide services to millions of Californians. They are on the front lines confronting all the challenges that confront us. Employment, home foreclosure, lack of quality education, and more so lack of hope and opportunity. They are led by one of the most skilled and able leaders, one of the most articulate voices of the Latino community, one who brings tremendous talent from Washington to the leadership of our organization at the very grassroots. We are very pleased today, very honored to have the president of the National Council of Raza, Murguia, to be with us here in the Capitol to talk to us about the need for immigration reform now. With great honor and great privilege, I present to you the president of the National Council of Raza, Murguia.
Thank you. Buenos dias. Good morning, everyone. It is such an honor to stand with this group of distinguished leaders from throughout the state of California. We are so pleased to be here and to bring on behalf of NCLR, the National Council of Raza, all of our community-based organizations, our affiliate network, and their representatives and their board members and their leaders, because today we are in Sacramento, we are in this state's capital to seek an agenda that we believe will absolutely advance the Latino community. I want to thank Senator Cedillo for his leadership leading the Latino Caucus, but his leadership in leading California, and so many of the other distinguished representatives who are here today. The power that you see here today is in a united community, a united front. We see leaders here at the state level, at the national level, and at the local level. And we have come together because we understand it is important to speak up for our community, to speak out for our community. We are advancing an agenda that we know is going to be very important. Yes, we need to deal with the economy and the issue of jobs. Yes, we need to deal with education and the advancement of our children. Yes, we need to deal with healthcare and making sure that we have access. Yes, we need to protect the services that so many of these agencies provide at the local level in that safety net way to our community. But today, right now, we are asking for comprehensive immigration reform because we know that immigration touches everyone's lives. It touches our families, our neighbors, our communities, and in every place we turn. It is a threshold issue for the Latino community. And we did come together in 2008. We did mobilize and we voted and we reached historic levels of representation as we voted in 2008, and we saw a 32% increase in the Latino vote that absolutely made the difference in that election. Today, we are now channeling all of that energy, all that enthusiasm into advancing the issues that we believe will change this country for the better and advance all our communities. So today, we ask for everyone to come together and make the call for comprehensive immigration reform. We must remind President Obama that he did make a promise. He did make a promise, and we want to help him keep that promise, and we are here today to do that. And we must ask our leaders on both sides of the aisle to come together and see a resolution to this urgent problem. We know that we have to do this in a bipartisan way. We need leadership at the national level, and I'm so proud to stand with these leaders who are saying in California, those people who even think about coming forward with legislation like we're seeing in Arizona, you know what? That is not acceptable. We will not accept that kind of discrimination, racial profiling against our community, and today we stand here to reject it. Muchísimas gracias a todos ustedes porque nosotros sabemos que este tema de la reforma migratoria es muy importante y por eso estamos aquí unidos en hacer un llamado a los líderes de